Hello, my gamers and legends, and welcome back to another video. You are probably either watching this on my main channel or my second channel, because today we are ranking and rating Bendo, a friend of mine that I've known a long time, and videos I've made. Do not check those out. New album, actually, EVO 2 Deluxe album. Yes, this is a deluxe. It originally just had, pretty sure, just 6 songs, 18 tracks to be exact. We're gonna be going over them, ranking them S to D, maybe F. You never know. I gotta put in my critique mode. All right. So, yeah. Let's just start off with Evo, shall we? Evo starts off with a cool sample sound, I guess. It's used throughout the album, and I honestly think it's catchy. It's really a album setter more than a song, but still, I still find it quite enjoyable. I can listen to for a short amount of time and then, just move on for the next song. But yeah, like I said, it's a good album starter, and I think that's what it's mostly praised for. I think that's what it's for. So I think it's fair if we just give it a good old B, shall we? So hip hop. So this is just a type beat sort of song and track. And yeah, while I find it a little bit catchy, it is lacking. Yes, I don't mean to get critiquey already, but just trust me. Just trust me. I'm not gonna give it a C. It is catchy. I can listen to this, when I want to listen to the like type beats, and it's a good type beat. And it does include Evo's sample again, and which not it's not my personal favorite thing to reuse samples, but still, I think it's tuning now, like a little bit deeper to fit the song. I think I'll let that slide. So, Showstopper. Not gonna lie, this one caught me off guard for two reasons. One, the sample. I did not expect to hear Muscle Man's voice just come through. Oh no, bro! It caught me so off guard. And then just right off the bat, which is my second thing that caught me off guard, I think he used beatbox. Now, I didn't want to assume so quickly. It might have just been a coincidence that it just sounded like that. But then as I listened to the tracks, it became evident he definitely used a beatbox too. Welcome welcome to the beatbox side. So yeah, Showstopper. I think I like it. It's catchy, and I like how it caught me off guard. I think that's another B. Training montage remix. I didn't know there was a remix, or original version to this. Anyways, this is basically after Showstopper. I think at the end, Bendo says something about this being a little iffy, and I can see why he would say that. It's a little down tune, a little bit inaudible, and then it's basically just the same sound over and over again. Trust me, I've done complete just copy paste the freaking audio and sounds and stuff over and over again. So it's nothing. This is nothing special. Just the same beat over and over again. But hey, we've all been there. Not that I don't like it, but it's just a common mistake people make, and that's fine. But still, it's okay. The peak end. Yeah, this is the last track. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This is barely the last track. But this was the a previous end on the non deluxe. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh wow. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought I miscounted earlier. Anyways, yeah. So it's basically just the same sample again, used it again, and then just Bendo talking. I couldn't understand a single word he was saying. I'm sorry. He was talking about something. I just really could not hear it over the sample. I mean, not the worst thing I've heard. Trust me, I've heard worst. I've heard worse songs in the world, worse than that. So, yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the other songs. The show song. And wow, this is a good start to the deluxe. Yeah, basically just introduces like a show would, on stage with the red curtains opening and the horns. I think this is a neat track. So yeah, I think top of B, pretty sure. I think I'm gonna give this top of B. Dig Trade. Not Dig Trade 2, Dig Trade. And yeah, this is just a cool track. Again, something that sounds like it would be on my first playlist. Mostly, honestly, I'm just saying that because it's using the same key and sound and just beginner type of use that I did for that playlist. Just playful tracks, no crazy thing that I always add in my new songs. Just something more lighter, which is fine. I think that's what makes this song pretty decent for after the show song. So yeah, A, right. Anyway, Shadows. Yeah, pretty cool track. Very dark, very deep. I think that's the only few words that I can describe this song or track. I think it's just a pretty neat track after the interlude. Just something dark, something deeper and stuff. Well, while it's not my favorite, still think it's pretty decent. So I think it's better than Dig Trade 2. Yeah, I think this is where I'll have to put it. Rock Rage. That's definitely a title to describe the song. This is very rock rage. This reminds me of yet again from my first playlist, Trailsition. Trail Sheehan? Trail Sheehan? I don't know how to say that. I've never known how to. Anyways, I think I'll put this right up to Dig Trade. Just a Game of Charades is probably one of my few favorites on this album. I just love the vibe it gives. So and plus it gives us something new other than just the same sound being replayed over again. It gives a lot more new sounds and just keeps it going, just keeps it interesting, and I think that's what makes me love this track so much. It's great. I like it. Next up we have The Deep Abyss. And yeah, that's no question going up an S. If you combine Untitled Dot, uh, Rock Rage, I think we'll say, and then Shadows all together, I think it brings the Deep Abyss because when I first listened to the live version of the when he released it on his channel, I was like, "Oh wow, this definitely sounds like I'm going down the deep abyss, all right." I feel like I'm drowning and I'm being dragged down all the way to the deep of the abyss. That's what it feels like. I love it. It's great. It's so like strange compared to all the other songs. I think it's the like order of songs that he puts these in that makes it underwhelming yet perfectly like a perfect feel also. I think that's what it makes. So yeah, Waves. This is the only transition song. So from the deep abyss it goes to waves and it's like burr burr, and I'm pretty sure there's some sort of story going on that I don't know. Like, sir, I don't know if we could do this. I think that's what he said. I'm pretty sure that he did. And when the alarms are going off, and just an epic song, just yeah. I think I like Waves too. I think that's top of A. I don't think it's S. It reminds me of Secondary Opinion Deluxe Mine. Burn, 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 oh, burn, 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 burn. I'll just just put it in the yeah. Sounds something like that. But yeah, it's great. I love the transitions. I'm a sucker for transition songs. If you know me, Cherry Lemon. I sort of had expectations for this track for some reason. I think it's because of the name. When I saw Cherry Lemon, I thought, "Oh, this is gonna be quite a sweet song," but it's just the usual, just usual beats. Boom, 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 boom. That actually kind of sounds like Test Not the Best, actually. Anyways, yeah, I sort of had expectations for this, but my fault. I can't expect too much. But hey, it's still okay. I think it's still good. Okay, good. Do I think it's good or do I think it's okay? Ollie, make up your mind. Um, yeah, I think this is just back of A, back of A. And finally, the last track is Max Level. Cool name. It honestly sounds like you just reached max level and you've reached the end. For an album like this, I think it fits well as a closer to the album. Very cool. I think it sounds like that. I hope I'm humming it right. Yeah, I think this is um right here. Oh, right here. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. And there we have it. We have the whole entire ranking. We have the cool interludes. We have D, we have C, we have B, we have A, and we have S. So Bendo, this is my ranking on your playlist. Yes, while it may seem iffy, like you said, for one of the tracks, a lot of B's and a few S's, I think it's okay because I think what for a actual like official full length playlist of this with 18 tracks, by the way, I think it's a good start. Honestly, I could say the same for my tracks in my first playlist. They aren't amazing, but I think it's a good start once you get to learn, the basics of music creating. And there was a few minor issues for the songs and replaying them. I think of how I take my music that I make on beatbox is I try to make it like different. I give it a chorus, I give it a verse, I give it a chorus, I give it a verse, I give it a chorus. Sometimes I even give it a little bridge for sometimes, or I just may put in an interlude or something cool, which you kind of did, for bridge and interludes and stuff. And then I put in outro. And sometimes I may even put in other stuff in it. I try to make it interesting instead of just beats. But I think what you had here, I think it's good and different from mine. Which I can say it's not copying me, which you are definitely not. You might be using beatbox, but just because you're using the same thing of me is it's not copying because I don't release my music on SoundCloud. This is a 6, a decent 6, maybe even a. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. The number after 6. There you go. You're welcome. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.